Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First and 10, Newton. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Play action. It's Newton. Going up top for Miller. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Braxton Miller, 78 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make so they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Get down, get down. You ready? Check.
Carr going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, 7:34.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd and 5. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Get set. Blue 80.
Shotgun now for Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. 7. Yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Go, go.
Now Newton on first down. And down he goes. Brought down, a Raiders sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gun. 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Third and long, it's Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for the Chargers. 42 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Get down. You lady. Switch.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Down. 180.
On first and goal, Washington. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Everyone's got 4 down. Monday, down. You lady.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback, into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Still fighting for more. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 30, past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Austin. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And they'll go on the ground. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Dumbo! Get down! Get down! Blue lady!
From midfield, here's Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be taken at the 10. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football.
Go.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready? Ready?
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Caught left side, Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Oh, now Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Here's Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Get down, get down. 180. Later, 9.
Throwing now is Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. From the gun, Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Bryant has it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a play fake. Carr. Complete to Bryant. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Carr to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Pushing his way through. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 39 that time.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
On first, here's Washington. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
The Chargers getting set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. And Miller with it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Do something.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So nothing separating. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Get down, get down. 180.
On play action, now Carr. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Newton on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Sturgis for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up success. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down, Blue 80. 808.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Escape, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Get set. Blue 80. Go, go. Get set, get set. 57, Mike.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get down. 180. Hey, 734.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded just inside the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A toss play, Gordon. And he's got some space here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the Raiders have got him.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Down! 180! 734!
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Playing with a catch right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
6-18.
stepping up. He's going to keep it. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr now on 1st down. It's caught by Bryant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun now for Carr. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Back now in the East Bay. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Down! 180! Deuce right, Chief!
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Olivier Vernon in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey. Purdue! Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Down! 280! 637.
From the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So out come the Chargers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On second down, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chargers on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Newton now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The catch made by Miller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This is caught. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Newton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Zumbo. Down. 694.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go. 6:37.
To throw on second down. Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Down! Blue 80!
From the gun, Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Go Chief!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr over the middle. The catch made by Mitchell. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey! 4 down, 4 down.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
You got 4. You got 4.
Again, it's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
6-18. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now Carr again. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now Carr on the bootleg. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for our visitors, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.